Good evening.
Hey, we've got some great stuff to talk about before we start book club here. So we want to talk about all the new things that are going to be happening in ACN and launching in ACN. First of all, the first thing we want to talk about, I'm going to switch over here to the internet view so you guys can see the storefront. Is one of the things that we talked about a little bit earlier, and we were able to record as well. So when you go to services, you're going to notice here that there's a little travel section now on the services. So we are going to be launching travel with ACN through Truvy, and it is an awesome travel program. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about that, actually any time talking about that tonight, because we actually recorded and already did a discussion on it here on the YouTube page. So I'm going to put this link of the recording for you in that section in the chat, so that you guys can watch that later. Yeah, and you can scrub through that. So that was after the Elevate event. I think it says Emerge, but it's Elevate one. And so on there, though, right, it's all the details about Truvy, right? And even like Tony Coop is explaining, like, we get it. It's not an essential service unless you travel. And if you do travel, then it is an essential service. It's literally going to pay for itself. So go watch it first. And then if you have questions, talk to your regional coordinator, your RD, your RVP. But we don't need to repeat ourselves to go watch that. But it is very exciting. So everyone start doing sit-ups because we can all start traveling soon. Also want to quickly point out, you may have seen on socials, Jesse did a great testimonial. Can you play it? Yeah, it's playing right now.
Okay. How good is Flash Internet? Well, from somebody who's had it for 10 years in 3 different provinces across Canada, someone who runs 2 gaming servers almost all the time, from somebody who has a sick custom rig, a VR computer, we have a streaming computer and home theater computers, both upstairs and down, who writes code, who has tenants living in his basement, who have 2 computers and a game system that stream movies. Myself and our family have 4 gaming computers. We do VR. We stream movies in our living room. We all like to play video games together. Over those 10 years, we have had 0 problems. For those,
it's so good.
What we want to do is, if you've got customers, listen. Any customer, I want to put a bunch of these testimonials up. You saw at the end of the presentation, you know, there's a playlist when they watch the recording on YouTube of services and benefits and features. You know, I want them to go to that playlist and be able to see testimonials from customers that have had the service, appreciated for whatever reason. And it can be a variety of different reasons. They don't have to be somebody tech savvy like Jesse. They can be somebody like, I'm going to get one from my dad where literally it's going to be 10 seconds. He's going to be like, I don't know. It works. I like it. It pays. It's free. That's it. So, you know, as long as there's a multitude of testimonials there, it's just going to help somebody in their decision to become a customer in IBO. So let's get into quickly Flash service loyalty rewards. This is happening in Canada and in America. So it's happening for the Canadian market for Flash home phone internet. It's happening for the American market for Flash cell phone service. So what is it? Basically, it's going to be a bunch of rewards and benefits for customers, whether they're IBOs or just customers. Yeah, so the flat rate will be $40 in the reward coins. We don't know exactly how that's going to translate to a gift card. So for Zoom, for example, 18,000 Zoom coins equal a $10 gift card, right? So we don't know what it's going to be, but every customer, doesn't matter what internet package they're on, it'll be $40 in reward dollars every single month that they get. And then on top of it, which Dami is very excited about, every month, what is there, Dom? Every month, you're going to be able to get your name in the draw for a $500 prepaid Visa gift card. Every customer is going to have a chance to win one of these $500 prepaid Visa gift cards. So every month they're going to give away $500, and every month they're going to give away a gift certificate to a retailer. So what's awesome is, you know, you want to get all of your customers registered for loyalty rewards, because imagine if your customer is the one that gets the gift card or gets the cash. How loyal is that customer going to be? I mean, TELUS and Shaw are giving no one gift cards. They're great companies, but they're not doing what we're doing. And your customer is going to be so much more loyal. And what's great is you can also play and earn more of these coins to get more rewards. So, you know, I look at Zoom Extras. Jordana plays those games with Zoom Extras, and every single day she plays it, she gets 1,000 or 2,000 more coin. Oh, it's like every 3 months we get a $75 gift certificate to Amazon through Zoom Energy. Now you think, how much of a benefit, how much of a testimonial is that to get $75 every 3 months from your energy retailer?
Yeah.
I don't know another retailer that's doing that.
And the Flash loyalty rewards, the website's already up, right? It's not like your customers can't enroll, you can't enroll yet, but it's already up. But just to go there, and when you see it, like, let's just say just Tim Hortons alone, right? Like having Tim Hortons be on there. Are you guys kidding me? So your customers are going to be working towards getting their internet for free already. And then on top of it, they're going to be getting, right, like free Timmies every single month the rest of their life. Like, you guys, it's a huge deal on the retention side of it. And again, it's just that added value about why should someone be your customer? Why should someone go with Flash? Everyone likes free. Everyone likes coupons. Right now, people are complaining about the price of every single thing, right, with inflation. So, right, just having this, like, honestly, would have, like, that's going to be maybe a pretend date night for some people.
So now if you go to,
don't take them on a date to McDonald's.
If you go to flashloyaltyrewards.ca or .com, again, I'll put that in the chat for you. Oops, there we go. .ca. That's where you can, now you can't log in yet. It's going to launch at the end of this month for all of our American friends. This is how you access it in America, flashloyaltyrewards.com. Same exact idea, but for Flash cell phone service. And guys, this is bonkers. So you can see a lot of the American companies here. And what's great about it is that, once again, this is just a benefit that no other retailer, nobody else is doing in this space. And you want to get social with it. So you don't want to take advantage of all of these benefits and not tell anyone. So we want to get as social as we can. You want to be able to share this with people as much as possible. So I encourage you, Jesse sent me a video. Send me a video. I'm going to be making more of these videos. Again, it's not a priority. It's something I do in my spare time. But imagine if there was 20, 30, 40, 100 of these videos in the playlist section for the services, benefits, features. If people go to that, how the algorithm works, once again, is when you click on a video, they're going to get fed another one and another one and another one.
Dom really wants to make sure the first Flash customer that wins that $500 gift card is somewhere in the team. So everyone put it on your goal card for Dom, okay? Because then he'll make something cute out of it.
It's going to be so awesome.
Okay, so yesterday we had it just like came out of the blue. There was a regional director and above just for Canada call. Okay, and we're all like, what is going on? And so it wasn't a scheduled one. So it was like super like last minute. And co-founder Robert Stevanovski, who, if you go on the RC and above calls, you understand he does not go on a lot of those calls, right? Like, so Robert's job, he's the one who does all the negotiations, the business building, right? Like that's kind of his forte of what he does in the business. So Richard and Timmy and Sharon and me and Dom, so we were on it yesterday, and let's start with that one.
Yeah.
And then we'll just quickly go over this stuff, and then we'll get them to chime in too.
Yeah, so feel free, RDs, to pipe in as we go through each one of these line items. The first one is the all-in-one modem router. So they're going to be with the, you'll have noticed if you read your emails that with the router, they're now selling refurbished routers for $30, which is great, super cheap. And once those are out, I assume they're going to be moving to an all-in-one modem router. And we'll give you more details about that as it rolls out. But basically, it's just one device instead of two. There's pros and cons to absolutely everything. So the pro and the benefit to that is there's only one thing to plug in. There's one device that ships. It's one thing you plug in, and it's an all-in-one device. The modem and the router are combined completely together. Yeah, so,
and we're not sure if there will be another option, right? And it'll be rolling out first down east anyway, so we'll kind of see with that one how that goes.
So any comments on that, you guys,
before we get into the fun stuff?
Well, I'll just add, it just makes because I know sometimes when we have some customers, a lot of people are so accustomed to getting that kind of setup. So we can, when we're talking to a lot of customers now, when we do talk to them and when they ask about it, it's the exact same. It kind of simplifies things for us, especially talking to people who might be a little bit on the, I would say, seasoned side. I don't like saying the OLD word, to make it look very simple as well too. So I think it's a good move for ACN and Flash. I think it's going to make us be able to gather more customers. And then I know, Dom, you're going to talk some other stuff, so I'll wait till that comes up first. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Richard.
Okay.
And as they launch with that router, I'll talk about mesh options as well for customers that need more connectivity. But again, we're going to be able to take advantage of that in a big way because we know what we're doing. So Tim and Sharon.
Okay, one thing that was really interesting, what Robert said, in which we know by experience, is that he talked about tier 2 and 3 cities.
Yeah.
So not like Edmonton and Calgary and Toronto and Vancouver, but kind of the outlying cities, the smaller cities. Our Flash internet is so competitive, and we have so many Flash internet customers, and really it is in, Bonaccord, Gibbons, Redwater.
And for the wiser people, one box, one plug-in. Awesome.
Yeah. So really know that we have such competitive prices for those tier
Smaller
2 and
towns,
3 cities.
Yep.
That don't have as much options.
Yes.
Absolutely. And, a little plug.
Sorry.
But we're going to talk about it in this next book that we're going to be reading. But you want to know kind of your market. You kind of want to know who are your best possible customers. And that's your best, obviously, chance for gathering customers and having success when you're closing customers and closing deals. So Jordana, next topic.
So he wasn't specific, but there is going to be in Q2 of next year. Okay, in Q2, there is some service that they are working on that we don't have yet in Canada. So we were like, okay, excited about that. TrueV, that'll be in the next couple weeks, and there will be a Canadian one. There'll be a launch, and they'll go over all the details about that. And yes, Richard, faster speeds of internet as well. So they're with the internet, like now, like Robert, it was kind of cool hearing from him, because he's like, you guys got to understand, for like negotiations and signing contracts, like a lot of it they still do in person, and like, America and Canadians couldn't play together, right, and couldn't travel. So that, he said COVID literally like just stopped like the contracts and stuff from happening because people weren't, like they couldn't come in here. People couldn't go down to America. So the whole internet infrastructure, it's like completely revamped. It's been a priority. So we're just super excited with what's going to be happening with Flash. And then on top of it, having the loyalty. And
some of you may not know, but they're doing, again, like to Richard's point, they're doing gig internet speeds out east.
Yeah.
So, one thing that's awesome about ACN is ever since we joined, they've always made sure that, they did the best they can to always give us faster and faster speeds. So that's always a priority for them. They know that we want to have competitive speeds at, a good value. So
yeah. And so now that negotiations and stuff are open again, this is something that we did not even see coming, and we are so excited. So this will be in anywhere from 2 to 4 months. So let's all just go with 4 months, but it's anywhere, but put on your cold card too. From 2 to 4 months, we are actually, after 9 years of waiting, launching with business internet and business phones in Canada. You guys, this is going to be crazy. This is actually going to be crazy. Richard, I'll let you take it away first.
All right. So I'm super excited about this. The reason why I'm super excited about this, we just had a business partner as well too. We were literally trying to set up a guy with his business. He had a hotel, needs internet for every single room, couldn't do it. So when I heard this news, I literally almost dropped out of my chair. But we all know that Alberta is small business town. There are a lot of businesses in Alberta, so that's the backbone of Alberta. So think about how many people that we can now go to, talk to them about their services, talk about their business. How many gas and electricity customers we have for business? Now think about all those business customers becoming home phone and internet. And Dom, I'm not sure if you want to talk about this later too, but with the billing volume that we're going to get from that, that's going to help you propel especially for the new position with RVP. So I'm super excited. I'll stop there.
And even with the business internet, the part that's so crazy, I think of like, let's say my nail salon, right? Like every place you go into like that, they have Wi-Fi, they have internet going on. And so think that's like smaller than a house, right? So it's like we have this like Dom said, we offer a gig internet for like residential with Flash, but like we couldn't get businesses, even just like tiny little things as a customer. So now we're able to do that. You guys, that is huge. Timmy and Sharon, do you want to talk about the internet? The business?
there, because everybody, like, we're small town, Bonnecourt, Gibbons, Morinville, and we deal with hundreds of business people, and I could never sell them business internet. The barber shop, the liquor store, the restaurant, everybody that we go to, you don't have to convince them. It's just, you're already there. You're already a customer of theirs. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, one thing I want to say to Kevin's point on the thread there, he asked if it will be VoIP. Every business phone service in existence right now is a VoIP service. There is no traditional landline business phone services. Even TELUS and Shaw, they've all transferred, even their home phone, everyone's VoIP. So that being said, the reason why this is exciting, the thing you may not know that we've kind of like saved, is they're doing business phone and internet in the US, okay? But the thing that makes it different, the thing that makes it like really, really exciting, is they're having third-party installers. So they're having somebody, it's basically a handoff. So what we do is we hand off the lead, and then someone else, just like, let's say Sphere, someone else closes that lead, and then a technician sent out and service will be set up. Okay. So the reason why that's exciting is because, I think for every business owner, they're going to want something that is, a technician sets it up and it's done the way they want it, and they might be particular about their business. So we don't have 100% confirmation on that, but knowing what they're launching in the US and Canada, it's probably going to be the same.
And again, so it was just a small group of us that were on that call, and this is, like the beginning stages of it, but very much Robert was like, you guys saw what we launched with in America, and they talked about it. So again, go watch Tony when he was talking about the American business services for business phone and business internet, that it's lead generation, that it's not like the IBO figuring out. It's like the business owner can literally, just like you, direct them, like Dom just said, like to Sphere. That's the goal for the business owners, that it's not you as an IBO like running around town, right? Trying to, I just remember, oh man, and back in the day when we had the digital phones, Cecilia was amazing. But like when you have just like, it'll be way more professional, but it's not something that's supposed to take a lot of time away from you as the IBO. But being able to get you as like this literally is a game changer, right? Like I know Richard was talking about, like he has a couple of people on his team that have hotel owners that are just like, yes, 100%, I'll be your customer. But like to my dad's point, it was like every little mom and pop shop, like everybody has internet, and so our pricing, is going to come in. Awesome. Flash is amazing. Then the Flash loyalties. And then, Fernando, I saw your question about get 5, get free. We're not sure yet. So that is a very good question that we can check the Matthews, and Simon might know that already. So we'll check that one.
So the thing I want to mention as well, like Richard said, is billing volume. Business phone and internet is a premium service. You look at the price of any business phone and internet package with TELUS or Shaw, it's expensive. It's very expensive. I remember when we used to offer business phone and internet back in the day, a long time ago, and it was like, okay. I remember some businesses they're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars, small to medium businesses, for their business phone and internet. So to Richard's point, this is going to be a massive impact on your residual income, Huge. This will make you more money than residential gas and electricity.
And so you're showing that small business owner, right? So let's say they own donair shop, hair shop, whatever. So you're like, you can first approach them maybe with Sphere, right? To do the quote, because that's either you save the money or not. But then it's so simple to flip it into, well, do you want to see how to get paid on this? That traditional business owner does their business gas, business electric, business internet, business phone, business security, business Sphere, then their home internet, their home digital phone, because cell phones aren't working in homes anymore, if you guys didn't realize that. So people need to get digital phones again. Home gas and home electric. Do you understand? Those business owners are going to be joining because they're going to be 30, 40 points themselves right there. Like, you guys, what's going to happen with your billing volume? What's going to happen with promoting to RD and RVP just with business phone and internet? You guys, this is literally a game changer.
Yeah, the points alone are going to be so sick.
And so, Kevin, so this is 2 to 4 months. They were already in the process of doing this, and then COVID happened, right? So again, like ACN, that's their number one. This is where they started, was like phone, internet. So like they're excited. They know what they're doing. So it could be before the end of the year, he said, but like we don't want to all be, disappointed if it's not. So it might be a Christmas miracle, or it might be a Valentine's Day miracle.
Anything else on that, you guys?
Because we still have one more thing to talk about, but anything else more about business phone internet?
All right. If you got questions, feel free to unmute yourself if you want, or even type your question on the chat. But if you do have questions about anything we're talking about, feel free to unmute yourself. And then last thing,
we literally, you guys, we are talking to Richard after and my mom and dad, because we were all laughing because we literally thought what we are going to say next. We just thought it was just like done. We're like, please, no one ever ask us about it again. This is confirmed. They know we've been waiting. 100%. Q1 of 2023, Canada is getting, drumroll, confetti. TV. So TV, you can add to your internet and home phone bundle. TV. Now we're launching with business internet and business phone. Will business TV be an option down the road? I don't know, but he was like laughing about it. He's like, it is 100% Q1 for sure. It could be sooner, but we're going to say Q1.
Yes. So what I want to add to that, like I said, we were all blown away. I was not expecting TV at all. When he said it, I was like, almost fell on my chair again. So one of the things I just want to say too, like I know like for us that watched the event when we were in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and we saw all the US services coming out. Everyone's like, yay, okay, that's the US. Literally now, like we saw how everyone was reacting, US going crazy. We were like, they're here to crowd. This is our time to shine. Like literally, we have so much services coming down the pipelines. Like you have the TrueV, we have business phone and internet, we have TV, and you're probably gonna mention this, Dom, I don't want to spoil it, but they also talked about launching other services coming in the future. Like right now, like I have goosebumps right now just talking about this because I'm so excited because ACN, this is what I told my team, ACN just got gooder. I'm not sure if that's a word, but it's getting gooder. And they're coming out with the things that we need to push ourselves forward. When we all thought that maybe our business might be just at this level, guess what? Your business now start going like this. So like now is the time that we definitely need to go there and talk to people. I'm super excited for TV. I know Robert said that they're working with some vendors to make sure to get it set up so we can start offering it, but then we can offer bundles. And that's what most people ask us. Every time we do internet, people say, oh, can I bundle with TV? We're like, not really right now, but maybe sometime in the future, right? But no, when TV launches, guess what? All the internet customers that we were great gathering, we can now call them. Think how your points going to jump up when TV launches. It's just going to have a big boom. How much people hit RC? How much people hit regional director? Go on the way to regional vice president. It's going to be nuts.
Oh, and to the point, to your point about customer points, think about, with our team especially, how many of you guys have got free internet service or you're on your way to getting free internet service? One IBO, many of our leaders, many of you on this call have got multiple internet customers. There are some services where, you're only getting maybe one customer on that service. Maybe you're self-consuming. Internet and energy, many of you guys have got multiple customers. So I think you take one IBO, they got at least 5 customers, they got it for free. Each one of those 5 customers gets TV. It's worth 2 points. It's 10 points overnight, just like that.
We don't know the point value, but we're just.
But yeah, but I mean, what's amazing about it is it's multiple points right away. To your point, Kevin, on the chat there, you asked if it'll work with any internet connection. Probably, I assume so. But I assume like any provider that just getting the TV alone, it's just going to make more sense for them to switch everything and go with our internet because the pricing, the package, and the bundle plan will just make a lot more sense. So we're going to make it very attractive for them to get out of their internet contract and just go with us. I didn't even think about this, but what about TV with businesses? If it's internet, you just said that?
Yeah, but I don't know it. But we don't know if it is.
I don't know. But I'm just thinking out of the box. My brain's thinking.
Okay, then I'll say one more thing, then pass it on to mother and father. But like Robert was so like, I don't know. It was so awesome. He's like, look, Canada, we know. And you guys are seeing all this stuff launching in America and impact and whatever. He's like, don't worry, we got you. He's like, just like everything it came to a halt. It did. He's like, that's now my priority. I'm working on everything. And then to Richard's point, he's like, there's another service. He's like, I'm not going to say it. He's like, but he's like, might be Q1, but probably Q2. That's on top of the Flash loyalty launching, TrueV lifestyle travel launching here in Canada for sure. That'll be like in 2022. Then business phone, business internet, getting the higher speeds, getting the Wi-Fi stuff. You guys, like, it is literally like, we have never been so excited coming off a leadership call. Tim and Sharon, take it away.
There we go. What's so awesome is everything they say they're going to do, they do. It doesn't come in our timeline. Like we're waiting, COVID hit. And it just makes total sense. Robert is such a great business guy. Even when we met him at first, he just had that, you could trust him, the trust factor. And look at it, it's all coming out now. Everybody has TV, everybody's streaming. Guys are pirating on you, trying to get the hockey games and stuff. We can get our own television now.
Yeah, and just like everyone is saying, it's just such an exciting time to be part of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it was just so encouraging, exciting to hear from Robert, and that Canada is a priority. And so really what we're going to do in the next,
and the market is untouched, you guys. The market is untouched. You can go to your next door neighbor, he hasn't even heard of ACN, and we can give him all this business.
And I think the other thing that got me really excited too is how we are so set up for this next explosion with everything. You know, with the system that we have, with using Zoom, and you know, we'll probably do some in-person things, but really the system that we have, we are built to build, because Canada is so diverse. You just even think, you know, we have Fernando in Calgary and Kimberly in Whitehorse and Kevin and
BC.
So
we could never do this the old way. You can never do this.
We're going to be so successful because no matter where you are, and depending on what services are available, we can help that new person get started. We can help them get plugged into the system that to really give them that boost that they can go out and do something good.
They can actually make money now.
Yeah. And with TV, like if it is the same platform how it was before, right? COVID, when they stopped the whatever, but there was going to be the free aspect to it, right? It's like Simon thought it was going to be 10.
I totally forgot about that. They were going to do TV for free.
So you guys, what if when we launch with it, it is free? We don't know if the business phone and business internet will be part of free, but then what if Flash TV also has its own, like the Flash Rewards loyalty, right? The $40 a month coming in, like the posture that you would have to sit down with someone, not just even to be your customer, because at this point they would be not super smart to not be an IBO, because the amount of services, the amount of stuff you can get for free, the amount of, you know, like savings, coupon, like coins and stuff that you can get back, like your business literally pays for itself. And another thing not to forget, because I know we see some faces we haven't seen here in a second, in 2022, the ACN loyalty is starting as well. So the Flash loyalty is the $40 a month. The ACN loyalty is your $25 a month that you pay to run. As every single IBO is going to be getting a loyalty rewards for that. So if you are your own Flash internet customer, you're getting that. If you are an IBO paying your $26.25, you're getting that loyalty every single month to offset that as well. And then you're just going to be like a Starship Commander. Amazing. Life is about to get crazy.
All right. So, again, one of the next things you want to do, and just, you know, for those of you that are on this call and whatnot, obviously, you know, Jordan and I are in phase one, and every single leader on this call is, you know, we're all looking, and Jordan and I have made a brand new list of names. We're recruiting brand new people. We're showing brand new people the information. And it's what everybody needs to do, and we want to lead by example. So, you know, we want to start brand new legs in our business, and we want to make sure that when every one of these services launches, that we have brand new people on our team.
Yeah. So just to kind of recap to the timeline. So the Flash Rewards, that should be launching literally any day. Truvy will be probably like a week or so after that. Then it will be the business internet and business phone. Then it'll be Flash TV, and then it'll be whatever other magical service is coming Q2, just so you can. So, but the first stuff should be like end of October, first week of November, which is next week. So in the next couple weeks here, it'll all be starting to roll out, which is good. You don't want everything at the same time anyways, because you want to be building that momentum as you're following up, even with old IBOs or your old customers, right? Not just people that haven't made a decision yet to be a customer or IBO too. Are we opening up to questions, or?
Yeah, we'll open up to questions.
We're still going to do book club after, but if anyone else has questions, let's first start. Does Tim, Sharon, Richard want to say anything before we open up to questions?
Just going to ask Dom, do you want to talk about what the Robert talking about Canada, coming to Canada?
Fire away.
Okay. So also on the call, one of the things that I like what Robert said too is that they understand Canada has the need for more services. And they, as a leadership, like the co-founders, are committed since open back up now. For those that don't know, like the restrictions be lifted, you don't have to do a Canada Rev app. When you're traveling on a plane, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. Everything is open back up. So the co-founders are saying that they'll be coming to Canada as well. For those who've been in ACN for a bit, if you remember when Greg Provenzano came to Edmonton, the place was packed, like packed. We have some meetings where the huge church, people had to sit outside to see it. And that's one of the things we want to get back to. So the co-founders said that they'll be coming to Canada as well too for events. And we need to basically, you know what, do what we were doing. And Dom will talk about that too, but I just want to talk about the commitment that they made that they'll be coming here as well too. So that's really, really exciting.
Yeah, the advantage of this hybrid model is like, number one, you know, we can take advantage of, you can build your guys' business anywhere now. And I'll admit, like Tim said before, it was a little difficult. People weren't used to Zoom. They weren't used to online. I remember when, you know, 5-6 years ago, when I signed up somebody in the US, or even prospecting people at convention, I felt guilty because I'm like, man, I got to support this person. I got to help them get going. Now we have such a great system in place. I have no problem prospecting people anywhere because I know we can plug them into something online no matter where they live. So I'm now prospecting people in the United States. Like we start a whole new list of just Americans that we want to talk to get into the US markets, right?
Yeah. But then now after Monday, now we're like, okay, and make our Canadian fresh list again. But right, so your daily method of operation, you're going to use Zoom, right? And like Patrick Mazer always says, it's like sushi. People are going to know in the first 5 minutes if they like it or not. So you don't have to waste your time taking 10 hours to show one person the presentation. Zoom helps that process go quicker. It makes it so you can really do this part time. But then to Richard's point, when there is going to be an event, probably like for sure one in Western Canada, one in Eastern Canada, and you have Tony Kupis and Greg and Robert, and they're here, and then they're the ones who are going to be like, and announcing Flash TV. Just think of the energy that it's going to bring, right? For like some IBOs that maybe haven't been able to hear them in person yet or anything like that, but then to get guests out. So having, right, a big event to kind of like pump it up as all these things are launching like systematically starting next week and for the next like 6 months, you guys, like, I don't know, it already was the best time to be doing ACN, but it just got crazier and we didn't even see it coming. Like we were so excited.
At all.
Okay, any questions? We'll stop talking and then we'll go to book club after questions.